is Pink Girly, or Lori from the Pink Girly channel, I should say. Just tuning in to do my Sunday stream. Hubby just got home, so you might hear a few little noises. My last stream, I started on a paper bag journal. I had a kit, so I think I'm just going to continue to work on that today. See where that takes me. And I love to color, and I have a lot of color pages that just either sit in a book or sit in a binder. So I wanted to use something a little different on one of my pages here, and I thought, oh, let me see what I have. I have a little binder that sits right above my head here that's got some color pages in it. And I saw this one, and I thought, oh, there goes the dog, of course. I saw this one, and I thought, well, maybe this will work. So I decided, hey, good morning, Peggy. I can't imagine having a grandson old enough to drive. Oh my gosh. A trailer, huh? So what, it's like to haul something, or they can pack stuff in it? You're the best grandma. Grandma and grandpa. That's great. Warm day to be moving. Remember when we moved into our last Pennsylvania home? I think it was, gosh, it must have been 105 the day we moved. Oh, the trailer hooks to a hitch. Cool beans. So anyway, I thought I'd outline this because I figured I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to try to leave a little bit of a white edge, see how that looks. But I figured if I tried to trace my lines and put in a little detail after it's glued down, it might not go so well. This is cardstock, and if I remember correctly, I printed it from the internet. Good morning, Pam. And I was messing around trying to learn how to use alcohol markers when I first got some alcohol markers. And gosh, I don't think I've used an alcohol marker on a project since. Just, I mean, this doesn't look too bad. But man, I just could not get those babies to work the way I wanted them to. I can be a bit of a snit. If it doesn't look the way I want, I'm out. So I thought I would just start with this while some folks maybe dribbling. Gosh, we haven't had any rain. We're supposed to get rain. Well, they're saying we're going to get some rain tomorrow. I hope so. We could really use it. My hubby's out watering every morning or early evening. I saw our neighbor out at 5:45 this morning. And you might say, oh, I made a boo-ha there. You might say, what were you doing up at 5:45 this morning? Hey, Stephanie G. Hello, hello. Well, I finally told Keisha and gang I had to see the backs of my eyelids because I had to stream today. Oh my goodness. Florida's having rain. good. I probably everybody can use it, right? Well, that's true, Peggy. I wasn't that invested in this. And if I use it as like a background page for this book, we'll see. We'll see how it looks once I try not to miss too many of my lines. So, and then I thought I'd show you another little. See, when I started to investigate making a bag journal, Peggy, I'm sure you've made bag journals. This was my first one. Haven't gotten much in Utah. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, so I started to investigate a little bit about making a bag journal. I bought a kit. So, in cleaning up, cleaning up my art room. Hi, Gail. You're a good daughter, Gail. How far away does your dad live from you? Does it take a little bit of a jaunt to get there, or are you fairly close? I'm using some little dotting, my old-timey pen and ink stuff. So the kit on my last stream, he's close. That's good. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that's great. So I wasn't expecting, like I said to the girls in my stream on Friday, I wasn't expecting the kit to look as it did, which is fine. But the videos that I looked at were different than what I had in my kit. So I found this little paper bag. So I thought I would just show everybody what I found. Look, I got stuff dripped all over it. I dripped something on this one. Oh, sorry for the snort. Let's see, I've got hash marks there, hash marks and dots here. Let's see, let's put a couple little diddly dots in here. And I put, I don't know, for lack of a better word, I'll say like wrapping paper on the outside of this bag. I don't think that's what it is. It's some kind of paper anyway. I'm just not thrilled about it. So I'm trying to, in my mind, think what I want to put on top of that. Well, I know what I want to put on top of it. It's just that I have my whole room and house turned upside down trying to get my art room reorganized. Okay, I'm very stressed about it. And I've said before, I don't really think of myself as a person who gets overwhelmed or gets stressed like I am, but I really am stressed about it. It's like it feels like it's never going to get straightened out. And like my husband said, it doesn't look like we're making much progress. Anyway, I have this beautiful nature paper from Graphic 45. I thought maybe I could find a really cool image from that to put on the front of this journal, but I have no idea where that paper is. I'm clueless. Gail said they've gotten about 4 inches of rain in the past 48 hours. Ooh. Is it all running off or is any of it soaking in? That's the part about it when it comes down hard and fast. Peggy, you've made bag journals in the past. I'll bet you they're real cute. Anyway, so I thought if I did this little one, I could use it in a pocket in the big one, right? So let me just go ahead and I'm going to stop fussing with this for a minute. So in the kit, if you weren't with me on Friday, it was already stitched together. All the bags were stitched together, and there's, of course, you can see several. This I went ahead and stitched closed because I didn't need another pocket. It's got lots of pockets. Made a pocket this way, and then I kept saying I'm going to make a flip out. I didn't make a flip out. I just took the end of the, this is silly. This isn't a flip out. And then I think I'm going to put this here. Not crazy about this, but there it is. And then I added this off camera. Did I leave this? Yeah, I left that. So that can be a tuck spot. And I don't know. That should open, I think, but I guess I glued it shut. I don't even remember. It was just Friday, okay? Today's only Sunday. I folded this and made a little pocket here. So I have this to decorate. This, I think I'm going to fold this away and make a tuck, because this I glued wrong. So it only has a little tiny opening, which I could use, but it's silly. It would be a nightmare. In fact, I know it would be a nightmare for me. So I'm just going to fold that this way. And then see, I got a stain here already. And then I need to decorate the back. So now that I did that, I don't even know if I have a pocket. It's not funny. I'm a struggle. See, this is the one I thought I was so ingenious. And I used the dry tape. So it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to put pages in between all these dividers. So it really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one iota. And then I used the back. But I really didn't want the front flap open to be stuffing stuff in my front flap. So that's the way it's going to be. All right. So then I found this little guy. And I'm just going to show you what a couple of the girls did. And I don't know how this is going to work out. But they opened up their bag this way. And the one gal, she sliced it down this way. I'm sure there's tons of ways to do this. But a couple that I watched went this route. And then she cut here. I don't know, I feel funny cutting this way. It doesn't feel natural. And then she did the same on this end. And this way. And she said this would be her spine. Oh no. And then this, I guess she folded in. I don't really want it to be that fat because I want it to be just a little thing that I can tuck inside of this journal. So I could pinch that together. I could put pages in here. All right, I'm going to glue. Okay. So, well, before I start, being a glue maniac and glue, because gosh, I have no idea where I'd have other paper bags. I mean, I know I have them. I have some bright orange. So if I put pages there and pages there, then I can fasten that shut. This I can fold in actually and make little pockets. And I don't really need pockets on the outside or anything, right? Right. So let me glue down these little cushion covers. That sounds like a big project. Who'd you make that for, Pam? That sounds great. All right, I probably don't need to do this, but I think it might be easier for me in the long run if I glue those down. Welcome to everyone who's come in. And I have some smaller pages there. I think I can grab and make it easy on myself. I probably should have glued it all the way down. So I'm just experimenting here, really. Oh, very nice, Pam. Did she pick out the fabric or? Lovely. Oh, girls, I'm tired. Sorry. I didn't mean to yawn. I did finally go to sleep around I guess by the time I got in my room, I guess around 10 of 6. And then I was up at 9, so I've only had a couple hours. That's way too many pages. I'm going to be yawning. I do apologize. All right, so if I do that, you already had the fabric? Oh, that's cool. All right, so how do I have this? Oh, 2. Okay. I'm just folding this in because I'm just making a little journal. You probably went to bed like a normal person, Gail, which I should do too. I'm so stinking nosy. I'm so afraid I'm going to miss something. Becky, you were there, but you were sensible. You left at a normal hour. All right, I think I want to trim these so I can make pockets. Oh, well, yeah, that's not good. Oh, this might work out really great. Okay, so if I fold up some of these, this doesn't have to have a lot of pages. I'm just really kind of fussing with this. Hey, Janet. Good morning, good morning. Going to be just a little too long. Let's do them in half first. And these can be real rough and tough. Now I do have, I think for the most part, my signatures put together for the large bag journal. This is just rough. It could be a little wider, but you know what? It's going to be fine because this is just going to be a little tuck-in. All right, my husband likes to listen to music. That's true, Aunt Beck. Sometimes fresh eyes do us a world of good when we're stumped. That is true. And I don't even know what my husband listens to. He talks to Siri. He tells her to play, I don't know, different stations. Right now, the one's not coming to me. But he basically listens to either Christian music or Barry Manilow or Karen Carpenter. You know, they all have the same kind of sound. And the one song on there just keeps going in my head over and over and over. I don't even know. It might be a Kenny Rogers one. I'm not sure. Sheesh, I can't get it out of my head. How many dresses did you make last year, Aunt Beck? I think you probably said, but what's everybody else up to today? Welcome to everyone who's coming in. I can see people popping in. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. 15 in a month? Not going to do that this year. Good plan. Wow, that's amazing. That's wonderful. I always thought about, I looked into it one time to knit hats for kids in different countries, but they had to be wool. And I wanted to use what I had in my stash. Wool can be pricey, so I never followed through. Kind of wish I had. All right, I should have a small cutter, but I didn't go get it. So we're going to use the big boy. And I'm going to cut off a little bit of this. so I can make an in back cover and front cover pockets. Now, of course, I can. Okay, I bought this big cutter, and it's got this little wheelie thing, right? And I thought it would be better for me. I have fibromyalgia. Wait, what was the dumb decision? First of all, it's humongous. So it's not the easiest thing to work with. And I can't, even a single little piece of paper like that, I usually have to push twice. So I don't always use it. All right, so now let's find something cute. I'm going to also need this cutter. See, my other small one, I might have to go get it. Oh gosh, guys, I've just moved everything every which way but loose. And my one blade is getting dull. But I think it might cut regular paper, not some of the paper I used the other day was like book page paper, and it was kind of on the flimsier side. And I'm just grabbing stuff I know I have in this drawer here because I can't find my graphic 45 that I want. I don't know what tub I put it in. See, the thing of it is, after I get my tubs in their new homes and get them filled up, I'm going to have to go back through and look at each tub again and then mark it. Oh, that's nice, Pam. Yeah, I always wanted to do that. And when I used to, in my working days, I passed this one facility. I think it had special needs adults that lived in this place. It was a small place. And I thought, I wonder if they would like hats or scarves, if some of those folks could use, and I just didn't know. I never stopped. I'm a little on the shy side when it comes to jazz like that. I'm better now. I mean, I was old enough not to be shy, but what can I tell you? All right, so I think I want 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. Let's see how that looks. Just need 2. 3 3/4. Hopefully it won't matter which way this pattern going. By 3 1/2. By 3 1/2. 44. Oh, that's right. I remember you making hats. Some of those hats were adorable. Well, I mean, they were all cute, but I mean, some of them I liked the fabric better than others. Okay, just a skosh over, but I can trim that. And I don't really care that the... All right, so a lot of thrifted yarn. That's wonderful. been messing around with crocheted stuff, so I haven't really knit anything in a while. Oh, lapkins would be cute. And you're coming up on the end of your, what do you call it? Your weather or your temperature, Afghan? Years ago, I heard something. It wasn't, I don't think it was a weather or temperature one, but it was something like that where you did a row a week. It could have been temperature, but for some reason, I'm thinking it wasn't the one that I was. I got my hands in too many pots, girls. That's my problem. Just ask my husband. He'll tell you. I want to ink everything because I like it. So I'm just pulling out some of my Temi Vintage Photo. I want to make sure I get this in the right spot. A little bit can be trimmed off here. The other thing is I want to cut a little divot. I like to cut my little divots. The end of July. It's supposed to be finished. Cool beans. And was that all yarn you had laying around, Aunt Beck? Because I wouldn't have those colors either. Oh, welcome to everyone coming in. Pam says her mom makes lap blankets and gives them to her sister to distribute to kids that are. Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Hey, Kimberly. That's a terrific idea. My mother-in-law used to make Afghans for everybody. And she did nice work. I didn't care for the fabric she would choose, like the brand, Red Heart. I'm not crazy about Red Heart. But the thing with my mother-in-law was she would ask you what color you would want, and you would tell her, but then she did what she wanted anyway. So like it never went with your decor. Of course, my husband said growing up, they never had anything that matched. Well, that's why, because it's mother didn't do that. So that was one thing when we got married and we were looking for furniture. If I suggested anything that maybe didn't match, we could have brought this in a little smaller and showed some of the paper bag, but I didn't do it. He didn't want anything that was like an odd piece. Like my mom always wanted one odd piece that kind of like was grabbed your attention, or a pop of color that went with the color of the room, but he wanted everything to match because growing up they never had anything that matched. Not even the dining room chairs. But there again, like my son said, I said something to him about his one friend, and he said, Mom, Oh, I said, I know what it was. They were playing a game, and I said, well, why didn't you just, if there was nowhere to sit, why didn't you just grab a dining room or a kitchen chair? And he said they didn't have any. I'm like, what? I said, well, where do they eat dinner? He said, Mom, most of the people I know were not raised like me. They don't sit and have meals together. They eat in their room or they eat wherever. I'm like, what? He's like, nope, 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 nope. All right, I'm just going to do this because I want to and I have it sitting here. Now I just have to pick out a color. This is going to be really eclectic. Crazy colors. So that was an eye opener to me. Well, this one's a little too flimsy, I think, for doing that. I just shied away from the bigger one. So that was, I was not expecting that response. And I said, well, how do you feel about that? He's like, well, I like how I grew up, but, you know, they all think I'm weird. We don't, well, we sit together, but we eat in the living room most of the time. But I mean, when you were raising your son, though, Beck, did you sit together and have meals? I mean, maybe not all the time, but the large majority? I mean, is that just unheard? I mean, I don't know. I mean, these folks are not people my age. These folks have, well, they have a son that just moved out and is on his own, but they still have a kid in school. Large. Let's do the circle. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, what do they do when they have company? Oh, I did it again, girls. I keep forgetting. I tell the story about my bonus son. Okay, so here's the scenario. Still didn't work good. Yeah, that could be. Different strokes. My family growing up, that we always did. My dad worked shift work, but even then, us girls, I guess once in a while we would do something different, but I just remember having meals together. So my bonus son, as some of you may or may not know, is from England, and I worked at a college. He was a student there. My department hired him as a student worker, and he needed a place to live. Absolutely, Gail. Yeah. Peggy, you ate together? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We sit in front of the TV. Sometimes I'm out here at my workspace. I think I'm going into way too much detail for this little. So anyway, at the time, I said to my husband, we had a 5-bedroom home. Our daughter had moved out. No, that's not true. She was there when Gary was there. We had a 5-bedroom home. We had room. It was our son that was out. He had his own place, and our daughter was going up to that college. My husband and I both worked at the college, and got talking to this kid that came to work in my department, and he needed a place to live. Where he was living wasn't working out. So we talked about it. My husband said it will be fine. So Gary came to live with us. I'm not sure how Austin came to. And anyway, we ended up with 3 college students living with us, and Gary and I just, I don't know, we just really bonded. So he's like one of my kids. But even with that, the boys were involved with sports and whatnot at the school. We only lived about 7 minutes from the school. And the boys were involved with sports. Or they might have a night class or whatever. And but most times they were there for dinner. And then we ended up having international high school students live with us as well. So we had a house full, but we all sat and had dinner together. And the one night we were, I think I've told this story before. The one night we were having dinner, Gary was sitting to the left of me, and my husband does the cooking, had prepared sweet potatoes. And we just, roast, just baked in the oven, just cut them in half, butter, salt, whatever. And the 2 boys were eating the skins. And I had never seen that before. I eat the skins of my baked potato. I mean, I do my baked potato, but not the skins of sweet potato. And Gary's giving me a lecture on why wouldn't you, if you eat baked potatoes, why wouldn't you eat And I didn't measure this. And I said, it just doesn't seem the same to me. And so I had a pile of skins. I had pulled off my sweet potato sitting next to my plate, and he reaches over and starts eating my sweet potato skins, being a smart aleck. And I looked at him funny. He said, well, what's the matter? And I said, I already sucked the sweet potato off of those. He was eating my sweet potato skins that I'd already sucked on. And his common response to most of those kinds of things when they happen was, oh, the best. And when he graduated, he had several friends come over from England to see him graduate, and they spent a couple of days. Well, I told that story. We were at a luncheon. We were sharing memories with Gary, and I shared that. Oh my gosh, his friend Aaron. I thought he was going to fall off his chair. It was hysterical. But yeah, we all ate together. Oops, I'm doing the wrong side, because this is going to flip in. Your husband eats this. I love baked potato skin. a regular potato. But you know what? To this day, I don't think I've ever tried a sweet potato skin. Of course, these guys, they could, I mean, oh my goodness, they could eat you out of house and home for sure. For sure. Let's see if I can do this better this time. That's not going to work. Maybe if I fold it. All right, so this is, I'm getting a lot more involved with this than I had planned to. That walked better. That was more better. And some of the international girls that we had live with us, oh my gosh, it was just a stitch. It was a really fun time of life. It really was. And my dear Betsy that lived with us, she was an American girl, college girl. She worked like 3 jobs and went to school, so we hardly ever saw her. But it was still fun having her there. Oh, look, I've got the stripes going in a different way. Gary would say, all the best. And the Asian girls, especially on weekends, they would sleep a little later and then get up and fix themselves breakfast. Oh my gosh, you should have seen some of the breakfasts they fixed themselves. We had an Asian market real close to us. They really could walk to it. Sometimes I would drop them off there, but they could walk if they wanted to. And okay. So then I'm thinking I can put a few little pages in here. Well, it's not as flexible. Well, it's not too bad. But see, if I put another piece of this is, you know, heavy duty stuff. Here's where I get anal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 7. I think I can just use my tiny attacher. Just staple these in this way. Hey, Amy. How you doing? Slow down, you're moving too fast. You gotta make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestone. Looking for fun and feeling groovy. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost. What you knowin'? Now see, why won't that go through? You gotta make. I come to watch the flower. I don't know. I don't know the rest of the words right. Growing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. 7. So time for me. Looking for fun and feeling groovy. La 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 la. See, isn't that a little stinker? It's not gonna. It's not going to punch through. The best way to choose a watermelon is the darker yellow, the light spot on the melon is the better it will be and should sound hollow. Yeah, we always knock on it to find it hollow. Oh, me, I have such a dirty keyboard. It's really a crime. A crime. Okay, that was better. All right, so now I just need a little something something so I can use this for a little tuck-in. A little tuck-in. A tuck-in, tuck-in, tuck-in. And then I probably will, well, I don't know if I have to do anything there. I probably should. Should I not? Maybe a piece of fabric. I've got some lovely. This is mostly why I'm always doing an English accent or trying to do an English accent, because we did it when Gary lived with us and he thought it was appalling because we were so horrible at it. In fact, when we arrived in England and got to our place and they arrived, him and his family, my son started with the English accent. And Gary said, are you going to do that the entire vacation? It was rather funny. I always cook. I always cook. I always cut crooked. And I am post. I should wait to put this on. What you doing? You know, I really could just stencil. Could I not? Oh, let's do. I don't feel like dragging out a lot of stencils though. You know, I lost my I mean, they're here somewhere, but I lost my Tim Holtz stencils. I refound them, and now they're lost again because of my blooming mess I have in my room. Horrible. It's just horrible. Okay, I took, oh, let's do this one. I took, a stencil out into the other room. I'm going to do this sage green. No, I'm lying to you. Forest green. Forest green. Do I sound like I don't know what I'm doing today and I'm kind of all over the place? That's how I am, because I'm sleep deprived. Thank you, Keisha Marie. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's put it right there. And then we'll do something else on the edge. It is kind of fun, though, to get overly involved in a little project like this, I have to say, at least for me. I love this little stencil, but it's so flimsy-whimsy. I didn't do it. I wanted a little darker. Let's see if we can get this back on track here. It doesn't have to be perfect, as my British son would say, perfect. Okay, that's a little better. Which way are my words? This way. Okay, so this is the back. Let's do this. I don't want to tear it. If this little stencil was a little heavier weight, it would be wonderful because it's great to keep right by my work area. So when I want to add a little something to a page, a piece of fabric or whatever, it's like right there and I can grab it. All right, that'll be just fine. Now, let's cap that baby up and let's pull out a crayon. A distress crayon. Let's see what color I might up. Let's go green. Just going to do a little scribble. Hey, Kathy Arbor, how are you? Is it a lovely day in your neighborhood? It's lovely here, but it's smoking hot. Steamy. And I'm just going to grab one of my brushes, take off some of the moisture. That was just a Timmy Distress crayon. I didn't show you that. I'm sorry. Peeled paint Distress crayon. So I would think most bag journals are softer than this one is, because maybe you don't always put that paper, that heavy duty paper, like I did. But you can do what you want because it's yours. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac if I can locate it. Up there it is. Hallelujah. Cooler. That's good. Yeah, we're supposed to. I thought it was going to cool off here, but now they're saying it's still going to be in the, I think in the mid to high 90s all next week as well. Okay, so I'm really excited. I said I was looking for color pencils, which I still haven't pulled the trigger yet. I'm excited about two things. Okay, can I share? Because if I don't share with you guys, I don't have anybody really to share with, because my husband could give a flying flip, okay? And I really don't have anybody else now that Holly's no longer with us. I don't have anybody else to share with. Okay, it's just the truth. But I went on and paid my credit card and realized that I had bonus points, and I didn't really know what those bonus points were all about. So I investigated, and I was able to order Amazon gift cards, and I'll be able to buy a nice set of pencils. I'm leaning towards the Polychromo. But while I was researching that and looking for good prices, I was on Facebook Marketplace, and this lady had a set of Prismacolors, which is what I use all the time, 120. The tin looks like it's wrapped in cellophane. I mean, so it looks all sealed. She was selling it for $45 free shipping. So I started looking at what the price of that would be. So I'm guessing it's an older set. She had several sets available, like maybe 4, something like that. So I started to look, and when I found the 120 count, it's had the same picture on the tin of the one that I was thinking about purchasing. And I'm like, how could I not purchase that? I mean, I'm looking at the prices, None of them came close to 45. So I went ahead and ordered it. So they're supposed to come tomorrow. So maybe maybe somebody dropped the tin and they ran over it with a bike. I don't know. They might be in crappy shape when I get them and open them up. But for $45, so I'm very excited about that coming. That's supposed to arrive tomorrow. So then I went back to look because I thought, no, maybe I had it. Maybe I looked at it wrong. Maybe it's not 120 count. And I looked, she's got the price up to 90. I mean, and that's still cheaper than the other prices I saw. And they're Premier, Prisma Premier. They're not the Scholar. I made sure I checked that out. So I don't know, girls. I'm way excited. Because I tell you, I grind those babies up. Grind them up. Yeah, I just wanted to see what another brand would be like. Mostly because I've been following Bonnie Snowden, and she uses. I have not seen a video yet. Haven't watched a lot of her, but I haven't seen a video yet where she used any prismas. She's used polychromos, and she's used the Caran d'Ache luminaires. So we'll see. We'll see. It could be a bummer, but I figure for $45, if you go and buy them individually, like at a Michael's, they're over $2, right? So even if they're busted and I have to grind some of them down, I figured for $45 might be all right. All right, so I'm thinking this will fit in a pocket. Let's see. All right, so I'm really wanting to find, and I'm not going to look for it now. Yeah, that's what well, I don't have any experience, but I mean, I'm very pleased with my Prismas. Believe me. I just wanted the experience of a different crayon. All right, so hoping to have a pocket to put this in. I think that will go in here. All right, so I need something else here because I'm just not happy with it. Okay, so now I'm going to put this, I think, here. And I might have to pull out my stencils because I'm going to cut this. I'm going to see if I can leave a white edge that I'm happy with. And if I can't, then I'm going to go I can't talk and do this at the same time. Then I will come back and trim it out all the way down. I can't. I can't talk. Talk and cut at the same time. I can chew gum and walk though. All right, so When I streamed last, I asked a question and it really got us chatting. So I'm going to ask another question. What is your favorite flower? Now, I know there are a lot of flowers that are beautiful, but if someone said to you, oh, got a little thin there, what's your favorite flower? I'm talking, what is the first flower that pops in your mind? Now, mine has changed. I had a favorite flower when I was younger, and my father always planted a row of them for me in his vegetable garden. I will tell you what that is. But now I have a different flower. Actually, the flower I liked when I was growing up, I would call it a retro flower. All right, so Gail says a hibiscus. Oh, I do love sunflowers, and we have a big hibiscus right out by our front door. My husband's a flower guy. He studied horticulture in college. He has a degree in horticulture. So he's always liked, oh, Pam, I'm so sorry for your loss. That's a nice memory. Peggy, you're my girl. Hydrangea for me. That's my flower these days. Growing up though, it was gladiolas. My dad always planted a row of gladiolas just for me. And oh, they were magnificent. They were magnificent. But a couple of weeks ago, it's been a couple of weeks ago, Kathy painted I think a lace hydrangea. I don't have one of those. And now here, at least in our area, I don't know. Oh, salvia. Oh, that's different, Kimberly. Is that the tall red one? Salvia? I'm not really I don't really know a lot about flowers or the different ones. My sister, Nancy, she's the middle sister. She worked in a flower shop and she went to tech school for horticulture. So she's a big flower girl. We're always teasing her every time when I see an art supply, it's like my heart stops and I'm like, oh my gosh, I want that. That's how she is with flowers. And then we always tease her and say, is it hardy? And then she gives us this evil, evil look. Different shades. I'll have to look it up. I think I know what that is, Kimberly. I'm not sure. Mainly blue, long stems. You like glads too? Oh my, the colors were just so beautiful. I don't know if anybody grows them anymore. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I saw a gladiola. Anyway, my husband discovered something called a pinky winky, and it's from the hydrangea family. And he got the bush, and oh my gosh, the blooms are humongous. And I should do it. If we get a cooler day, I have to do a video and walk you around the yard. Yeah, zinnias are nice. Morning glories. I know, right? So many colors. So, Kathy, the other day I said to my husband, we were somewhere, I forget where we were. Oh, you have some perennial glens? That's fabulous. Anyway, I pointed out, I think it's a Queen Anne's lace, the weed. I said, do we have any of that anywhere near our yard? And he's like, no. I'm like, my friend Kathy, I think she squashes those and they look really great on her plate. And he thinks I'm nuts. I am nuts. And then we were going out for dinner and we went into a Bob Evans and oh my gosh, their bed of flowers. He said, I think they need to weed here. I said, I think they've given up on weeding. And there was something there I thought was yarrow. I said, well, how about, is that yarrow? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, she squashes that too. I want some of that to squash. Hi, Ange. I forget what he said it was. Something else. It didn't ring a bell with me, but I want some to squash. Anything I squash or boil doesn't look like Kathy's and doesn't look like Rosemary's. Okay, just saying. All right. So I think I want to. Ange, I'm yawning. I'm yawning. I want to stencil behind there. I could stamp. I guess I could stamp. That might even be easier. Let me see what I have here. Oh, maybe I could. That might look nice. And I think I'm going to leave my white rim. Really, Peg? Cow weeds. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, sides of the road. See, the thing is, here we have chiggers, and my husband had such a bad, when we first moved here, had such a bad case of them. He doesn't want to get, he's apparently allergic to them because he was an absolute mess for months. I mean, he looked like he had leprosy. Okay, I'm not kidding you. Leprosy. And so I hesitate to stop, and go into any weeds, for an art project. Okay, I need to find a nice juicy, as Mary would say, juicy stamp block. Of course, I was in my ink drawer too, so I've got that all cattywampus. Everything's all mixed up. I usually have my midnight blue right on top. I'm going to do midnight blue because I think it's juicy. We have lots of yarrow beside our cornfield. Oh, I thought we had some in this back bed, but apparently we don't. And she's tired of helping her nephew move. He's moving because the landlord won't fix the air conditioner, and he's been up there 2 months. Oh, geez, yeah, that's gross. That's gross. My aunt, who is no longer with us, but when she lived in Pennsylvania, I mean, she had to have been in her late 80s. And her older daughter several times wanted to get her an air conditioner, and she wouldn't have it. She absolutely did not want to have an air conditioner. Don't know why. I can't believe you're up, Ange. I had about 3 hours of sleep, thanks to Keisha Marie. I can't really blame her. I'm an adult. I just act like an infant. And part of me is like, okay, I'm retired. I don't work anymore. Soon to be 69. I can do what I freaking want. That's a poor attitude. I go see my doctor on. You took naps. Yeah. I go for my regular checkup on the 3rd. I don't know. I've been feeling a little funky anyway, so it's good I'm going. I have to have blood work done. Just routine stuff at this point. I'll see if anything's going on, but um, I hope he doesn't ask me if I'm sleeping well. I don't want to. I don't want to have to lie. Well, the second stamp didn't do so well on that. Okay, so somewhere I have a 12 by 12 clear box. Well, this is just not working as well as it usually does. See, I don't really want to run over on this page. Well, that's probably going to be covered, so it probably really doesn't matter. That's more better. Yeah, that one nap you took, Ange, I didn't think you were waking up from that nap. You were gone a long time. Long time, girlfriend. Okay, I think what I want to do, this may be a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, I have to see which way I want this to fit on the page. That'll be fine. Let's put some on the roses. I'm not sure I want to get it on my mat. Not that you'll be able to see it real well, but you never know. I'm thinking about decorating my mat. I haven't done it yet, as you can see. That will be good enough. Now, so I have a clear 12 by 12 box that I know I have some beautiful graphic 45 paper in. And that's what I want to use, I think, for my front cover, because I'm not happy with the paper I put on there. So it's a little off kilter, but I think that's okay. And I'm going to yes paste it. My mom always is good with a little cat nap. They never really seem to do too much for me. I'm like a 2-hour napper. You know, like an infant. I like to eat every 2 hours. Well, that's because too I'm a gastric bypass patient, which of course I didn't do what I was supposed to, so I lost weight and then put it all back on. I'm one of those. I'm embarrassed to say. Anywho, so I feel like I need to eat every 2 hours and then, you know, sleep for 2 hours. I'm a mess. The nap statement. I don't know. I don't plan on it. And then my husband always says, have a nice nap. Okay, well, he can't nap that long. And I feel sorry for him. But yeah, I had a great nap. Hello. Of course, I stay stay up way too late every night. It's not Keisha's fault. I do it almost every night. See, when I'm here at my desk and I'm working on stuff, I feel like it's almost like my job. Like I have things I want to do for the market or for my Etsy shop or whatever. I mean, there for a while, I was in a couple of co-ops. So to me, that's kind of work. And then when I get in my chair at night to relax and put my feet up, that's when I have fun and I do, my coloring and different projects, my crocheting. And so then I want to get more done. So I stay up way too late. I've got to readjust. I don't even need no freaking eye mask. I got this fluffy thing my sister bought. She bought all herself and my other sister and me. It's like a cape kind of a thing. It's got pockets and you can wrap it around you. Well, I sit that on the back of my chair and it's like a Sherpa kind of material. So it's real soft and fluffy. And oh my gosh, I just snuzzle that in the crook of my neck and I'm telling you, girls, lights out. Bam! Lights out. Okay. So I think that looks all right. Now we're just going to come over and make a pocket this way. So now I need something for here and for here. I'm just going to look here real quick, girls, and see if I see something that says, I'm just going to look real quick, see if I see something that I have marked graphic 45. I can sleep sometimes in the car. Our first international girl that we had live with us, at the time she went by the name Young. When she went off to college, she changed it to Lily. Hey, Barb, glad you made it. When we would get in the car to go somewhere, and we had a short driveway, that kid was asleep by the time we hit the bottom of the driveway. We're out on the street, gone. No matter what time we went out, no matter where we went, that kid was asleep. All right, let me see if I can make my way over to where I moved my things. Honey, how come you put the umbrella up?
To give the hydrangeas some shade.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Oh, I forgot I'm still streaming. I'm looking for something. Because I'll be so excited if I find what I'm looking for. Well, if it's not in here, or there might be something in here I can use. Now, it's like an obstacle course. Because, you have to move things 100,000 times before you find its final resting spot. So let's see what we have in here. I bit off. I went about it all wrong. I bit off more than I could chew. Did it all at once instead of in sections. We have a small home. I mean, I've got the whole place tore up. My husband's helped me a couple of days. And I've got company coming. My cousin's coming to stay for a few days. Not good. Okay, I don't think I want, well, I don't want to get, oh, I think I looked in here. I don't think it's in here. Let me see if there's anything in here I can use. Yeah, it was silly. I should have, number one, done it in the fall or the spring. Number two, I should have done it in sections. Well, this is cute paper for sure. And it's really kind of eclectic. Oh, I have several sheets of that. Oh, I should show you this paper. This is, some of you are probably familiar with it. Afternoon Tea, Graphic 45. We've got that, and we've got that. Then we've got these clocks. And then we've got little note cards, little notes, or little diary pages on the back of that. Then we've got this beautiful pink with black background, and then this like wallpapery lovely stuff. And then we've got the gals and the hats, standard fashion, and then a nice kind of muted blue-green. And then, see, I've got several of that. I've got this. How yummy are they? That's lovely. And I've got a few of this. See, this is my problem, okay? I have it. Oh, bye, Ange. Look at that. Oh, look at her. Yeah. I have it, and then I don't want to use it because it's too pretty. Maybe I'll use this on one of those chicks. Okay. Because I have that flappy thing. Flappy? It's all flappy. I don't want to use necessarily something from the same pack right next to each other. And I'm already beyond the point. Now this pack here, I'm hoarding. I purchased this when it first came out, I think, and made a journal. I think I finally sold it. I'm not sure. If I didn't sell it, I have no idea where it is. Okay. But then they're not making it anymore. And I found one. I paid, I'm sure, way too much for it. But I don't know what I'll ever do with it. But I had to have it. This is my favorite paperback ever. All right. I know what I'm looking for is one in here. But let's just see if I can find something else. I really want something for my front cover. And I really want that nature pack. Jeez, Laura, what'd you do with it? Holy moly. Oh, maybe it's right there. Oh, hold the phone, girls. Maybe it's sitting right here. If I'm driving you crazy, I do apologize. It's not my intent. Uh-oh. Something just fell in the yes paste because Lori didn't close it up yet. So you may have noticed that my left hand has a few odd nails on. It's because digging in these boxes and rifling through everything, I popped 2 nails. They were both MIA this morning. as is my box of nails with my replacement nails. Right before I was ready to stream, I found the one, but I haven't found the other, so I just put on two blue ones. So I didn't want to come online and have no nails. I didn't want to have two blanks. Oh, this might be it. This might be it. This is it. Light of lights. Do, 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 do. Got the beef paper. This Market 49 or whatever. It's very heavy. Very, very, very heavy. Oh, rehearsing of our hearts. We know every song by heart. Here we go, here we go. La 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 la. It's an art room miracle. Now this is not Graphic 45. This is Stamperia. But I know what I want is in this box. Do, 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 do. I bought this background paper. I think this is also Stamperia. So some of this might come in handy. We'll see. I'm just throwing this all up on to my keyboard. Do, 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 do. Know every song by heart. I mean, really. Okay, Graphic 45. Can you stand it? If you're not a fan, I don't know how you can't be. I just don't know how you can't be a fan. Now see, I'm getting all sassy, thinking it's in here, but I'm getting down towards the bottom and I haven't found it yet. Oh, good grief. Is it not in here? If it's not in here, I moved it. Because it was in here with all this stuff. That's not going to go. I might have to go with the Stamperia. On Halloween. Oh, good grief. The world. Wow, what did I do with it? It's absolutely beautiful paper. It's nature stuff. That's Christmas. Oh, phooey. Unless I put it in this bag. I think I put it in the bag. Oh, this, maybe I did, girl. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. I did put it in the bag. Okay, so I've got that. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I was thinking something like this might look okay on the front. Of course, I have to chop it. That's too busy. I was looking more for an individual. I mean, look at some of this paper. Anything you can touch. Paper. Look at this one. Isn't that lovely? Maybe I'll put something like that on the back. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I finded it. Yay! Let's shove that all back in there. All right. Now, let's see. Let's see if I can make something work here. I'm thinking, this is what I was thinking originally. Let's see, I've got Be careful, Aunt Beck. I know you know to be careful, but I think sometimes that heat overtakes you and you don't realize. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe if I do a thin strip, like a band across here. See, they always have, I rarely find a paper pad where I don't like both sides. Like there's inevitably for me anyway, in most paper packs, one or two pages I don't care for. But they're always back to back. They're the ugly stuff that I would consider ugly is never on the back of something that I think is great. Oh, I have a bird bath, but I never thought about little dishes. I have a little teacup. Would a teacup do? I could do a little teacup. Right, Gil? Am I alone? Jeez. Or it's oriented the wrong way. Like you can't put it on the other side of a page or something. It's always something, as Rosanna Regina would say. It's always something. This is my last sheet of this, but I think you can still buy this, so I'm not going to let it bother me. And I'm going to, what I tried one time, Peg? I read where you could put out, if you put out like watermelon, you could attract butterflies. And I didn't. And then I saw those yellow warblers at our one birdhouse, and I thought, oh, they were going to move in. I was all excited. And they came back. They were here twice looking at the property. So I put out, they said they like citrus. So I put out half of a grapefruit. They didn't come back. All right, I think I'm going to slice it here. And I'm going to try not to let that bottom trim, bother me. So I can capture this butterfly, but leave this Nature's Notebook intact for another project. That's great, Peggy. I was trying to attract bluebirds, but I don't have the right. Well, first of all, what I read said they'll check it out. They like an open space. They like their box, up high, and you have to have water and a place for them to land, and they like open space, but then a place but in the spring, you don't have any of that jazz ready. I mean, I understand you gotta have a place when the kids start coming, but geez. See, now if I do that, it's gonna freaking ruin that. So if I move this over, I can put that down and I can put this. Okay, let's do another cut. Another cut. I said to my sisters, If I get a bluebird, you will hear me screaming in Pennsylvania. I would absolutely go crazy. Now my hairdresser, she's about 20 minutes from me, and she gets them all the time. She's got several boxes up high. You know what? I am going to take off the bottom of this because it doesn't match the top, and I have issues. What can I tell you? I have issues. All right, so I'm thinking this is really kind of, oh, I could put gesso. I could put gesso and knock this back some. How about that idea? See, and then I can put the butterfly. If I could twirl them. Okay, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's getting late. I think Tanya comes on, what, 2:30? Does she not? I don't want to run into Tanya's time. Okay, I bought some. Let me use my old gesso because it's more liquidy. I don't think I need my heavy duty stuff. So let me just, if I can get it open, I'm going to just splat some on. I'm going to splat. It's just might make a terrible noise. We don't have any well, I see a rare cardinal here. I can hear a woodpecker, but I don't really see him. And plenty of bullfrogs, which of course is not a bird. Come on, baby. I know you got something left in you, but see, I know I cannot get this open. Oh, look, I lied. I don't mean to lie. Okay, let me get down in there with a big old brush. Let's see. I think my neighbor had this in her stash. She's cleaning out stuff. My dad loved cardinals. Oh, it got thicker. It got thicker. Yeah, I don't want it that thick. Sorry, I have a brush in my mouth. Okay. I should have opened this all the way up. Yeah, the finches, we had them, and of course I had the thistle for the finches the first couple years we were here. But we didn't get that many. And this year, the hummingbirds, okay, so I figured, I think I had said this before. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but early in the spring, I went to Walmart and I got those feeder blocks, you know, that the birds are supposed to like. And those stinking grackles. And I bought mealworm because bluebirds are supposed to love mealworm. Well, even if they do, I mean, they couldn't get near the darn feeder because, and I even bought 2 different feeders. I sent one back because it was wonky when it got here. But I got 2 different feeders to try to protect it so the big birds couldn't get in there. Those stinking grackles, they would knock it and knock all the mealworms out on the ground. So then I thought, well, you're not going to outsmart me, rotten birds. So I mixed it with peanut butter and made like a little ridge where it couldn't jump out. They still got it. Oh my gosh. I was so annoyed with them. But while I bought that, I thought I'll make it easy on us this year. I'm going to buy the hummingbird juice that, it's right there in the packet. You just have to add the water, right? They don't freaking like it. Okay. It's like my dog throwing a dog biscuit back at me. Okay. I'm like, okay. So this last time we made our own stuff. They're not drinking that either, but I've got Rose's Sharon's in the back. My gosh, they're all over them. And he's got zinnias out there. They're all over the zinnias. Every other year, they're at the feeder. This year, we got hummingbirds with attitude. Okay. Sheesh. I know. The grackles sure were happy. Mockingbird. What was that song, Barb? Mockingbird. Have you heard? Who sang that? I can see her face. She also sang You're So Vain. Carol somebody. Barbara, where are you? Carly. Thank you. Carly Simon. I knew you would know. Oh, I knew you would know. Okay, what did I do with my vintage photo? I finded it. Yeah, my dad had the bats. Every time we went outside, they were always hovering over our heads. All right, now I'm going to need some cheesecloth, girls. I'm going to put on my hot glue gun. And if you're listening, or if you're here, or if you're watching the replay, I have a drawer right next to me here. And I put in the bottom of the drawer a glass dish that ceramic dish that I didn't care about, that I got at Goodwill. And I leave my glue gun and my heat tool. They sit in that dish. And then I can turn them on and I don't have to worry about it touching anything or melting anything. And then when I need to use it, I just can pull them out. I don't have to go and find it, plug it in. Otherwise, I wouldn't use it as much as I do, I can tell you for sure. We were talking about hot glue guns earlier today at Ann's place. All right, so I want that on there like that, but I don't want it to be, flat. I've got to have something underneath, something else going on. Now I have the little, let me put my lid on my, I'll scrape off my Yes paste knife because I don't want to waste any of that paste. Now I had little pieces of this. I did the spine of my little tuck-in, right? So maybe a little piece of this behind would be lovely. So let's give a little tear. Let's see if we can set the stage for this. Thanks, Barb. Of course, most of the time when the book's closed, you're not going to see a lot of that. So let's move it over. Let's move it over to that corner. Something's sticking there. Something's grabbing it and it's not laying down the way I want it to lay down. Oh gosh. Stuff just falls willy-nilly every which way. And I got all kinds of stuff that fell down here that I probably have been looking for forever. Somewhere I have a jug with bits of fiber. It's a great big jug. I don't know. That might be out in the other room. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully, I lose my cheesecloth on a regular basis. I'm always losing it. And it's probably one of the things I use the most. Because I love it. All right. Now, wait a minute. I'll catch up. I'm not seeing what you're saying about a song. 1975. I'm going to just grab out some stuff. And I'm hoping upon hope that I can find a bit of cheesecloth. How cool is this trim? Isn't this pretty? I have no idea what I'll do with that, but I had to have it. I don't even remember where I bought it. Oh, I kind of like that. I want some twine. Can you believe I don't have a piece of stinking sheet? Oh, I spoke too soon. There's some in there. Not much. There's some in there. Might need that. I mean, if you could see the crap I save, the littlest bits of crap. Look, a little ball. I have big, huge hunks of it somewhere. I find myself to be annoying. Okay, let's see. 1975 song, huh? James Taylor, When We Were Married to Each Other. I think it was. Barb, do you know? You don't know what that one is? Or did you already say? I'm getting hungry for some lunch, girls. Let me have a drink of water. What do we got? It's 1:30. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's get some of this jazz unwhacked here. Really? I mean, can you stand it? Oh, everything. That's a line. It reminds me of that movie, 2 Weeks Notice. Hugh Grant, Sandra Bullock, and she's like a political advocate or whatever. She's trying to save all the old buildings, and he's a big developer. Him and his brother, they buy up all kinds of properties, and she does something, and he says, "I find you to be annoying." Just like at some point, she says she hates boats. And he said, "Surely not all boats." And she says, "Yes, all boats." Mockingbird! Mockingbird. Have you heard? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mockingbird. All right, so let's put that kind of like that, maybe. We're seeing. Let's see. We need a little bow of some kind, I think. Let's see if I can get this. No, it's just going to be tight. I better start over. Every time I move my cheesecloth, I say, okay, you're going to put it here so that the next time you need it, you can find it. And then the next time I go to find it, I can't find it. I even have some I found that I dyed with avocados. So it's a lovely pink. I just found it, refound it. Now I've lost it again. It's horrible. Okay. I'm not liking it that way. So let's make it like this. Let's put this maybe here. And up here I know I have butterflies. What else do I have? Oh, I have this lovely paper. I got this in New York at a, it's called Rhinebeck. And there was one lady, she said it's some kind of Italian deli paper. I don't know if you can put this in water or I don't know, but isn't it cool? I bought several pieces. Haven't used any of it. I think what I ripped here, Peg, did I send you a piece of this? I think I sent Peggy a piece, and I think I sent Holly a piece. Okay. Look, I've been saving this forever. Maybe I should put this on that book, on this book. Shrinky Dinker, huh? That might go somewhere. Let's see if we can make that work. Let's just hope that that does not fall down on my head. Maybe I need a piece of this. Hey, lovely. Oh, hey, Mitz. Lovely. Jacqueline? Is it Jacqueline? Oh my gosh. 5:45, Mitz. How about you? 5:45. I finally had to make myself turn the computer, shut the computer. All right, let's start gluing or I'm just never going to get it done. Now I'm going to get my Yes paste out again. I have fallen in love with Yes paste. Jacqueline. Okay, great. Okay, I think maybe now I've got it. Hi, Jacqueline. Nice to see you. Um, where's my, I want my board to work on so I don't get glue where I don't want it. All right, so I want, ooh, that looks neat, that one. Got more color. Okay, let's do it this way. And I don't necessarily need all of this to be stuck down, flat stuck down. Okay. You had a bad storm again? You got knocked off? Oh, until 2:30. I hope you napped during that time. Oh boy. All right, so then let's put a little bit of glue on the back of this. Oh, I love that green. So I want to put, I'm going to use my, I've said this more than one time, I know. If you told me 6 or 7 years ago that I would have more than one kind of glue at the ready, I would say, you're out of your mind. Oh, I wanted that over a little bit. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, Barb says, Lori, I came across a fab link for someone who makes their own Yes paste. Get out of town. Oh, that would be lovely, Barb. Yes, please. You got a nice day today? Well, that's good, Mitts. It's steamy hot here. I haven't even been to the pool. I just haven't felt like it. I'm so overwhelmed with my room. See, my husband doesn't understand. All this stuff is important to me, and almost everything I look at, I have a plan for. And it's taken me years to build up all this stuff, and I just don't want to get rid of. I mean, I have gotten rid of some of it, but I just don't want to get rid of any more than I have to. I know somewhere I have a little bit of maybe a smaller lace. All right, let's glue this baby down. I mean, really, right? This is just art. We can work around it, cover it up, or whatever. At some point, you have to say, I'm just going to glue it down. Because you can fuss. Forever. I probably should put the other glue on the back of that. Ugh. And I have empty spaces like in drawers that I've made, or the 12 by 12 bins. But now I'm at the point where I don't even know where to start, like what to fill them up with. My husband's already made one run to Goodwill, and we've got another load at the back of our one couch. We've got everything stacked. I just can't even. You know, and I know he's trying to be helpful, but sometimes it just makes it worse. Because first of all, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. I know a lot of it's junk, but he doesn't understand the value of it to me. And then, like with the fabric, I wanted to put all my fabric, or at least my smaller bits, in this one unit because I can see it. You know, a lot of us are, if you don't see it, you don't use it, and you don't remember it. You don't remember that you have it. And so he's like, wouldn't that stuff be better in a bin? I'm like, but then I can't see it. I'm usually fairly pleasant, but I haven't been the last couple of days. I truly have not been pleasant. Hey, Devin, how are you? Nice to see you. Mitch says I'm going to do some de-stash. Peg says she has to purge and start putting out some happy mail, but keeping what I want. Right? Yeah. I mean, it's hard, and I don't. Oh, thanks. Barb put in a link. Um, this is the link to a professional crafter who makes her own yes paste. I got to make sure I send that to Murray. She'll be all over that. You're good finishing up some coloring? Had a girl. I have to finish up a project myself. I haven't quite finished yet. But I must say, I'm almost done. Okay, I'm just going to put this on the corner. I love my hot glue. That's probably way too much hot glue, but that's all right. And I'm going to put this baby here. How am I on time? Oh, it's only 1:35. Okay. Now, see, here's the other caveat for me. It's like I want to put this butterfly here, but she's got to have strings. Well, maybe I'll have her dangle. She's got to have strings because she's a bouton. And what do I have? Oh, maybe I'll give her blue strings. I've got blue thread here. Maybe we'll just have a little snip of that and make my life easy. Yeah, I say let's let Mary make it first. What do you think, girls? What do you think? All right, I need to wet the ends of my thread here so I can get it through the little buttonhole. I should go this way. Now, of course, this is going to be a project that's just going to continue, right? I mean, this is my second live to be working on this. It was not what I expected. I still don't even have any stinking pages. Are you talking about finger condoms? Someone gave me finger condoms, and when I opened up the package, I gasped. I had never seen them before and had no idea what they were. Well, I had an idea what they were, just didn't know why they were in my art box. I think Janet Young uses that, but yeah, you got to get them out of the package. For sure. Okay, I'm going to glue that on there. That was a very nice way to put it, Barbara. Okay, let's. And I did find them. See, I've refound everything. I just don't know where any of it is again now. All right, so I think I want another piece of this down here. But I want not a whole lot of it. And then I think when I refind my lace box. I think it's over where I have all my 12 by 12 stacked. I know I have some thinner. I might have to have some words or something. Actually, if I'm being perfectly honest, as I opened up the package, I said to myself, whoo, haven't seen these in a while. And that, my friends, is why this channel is not for children. Just saying. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, Devin. All right, so let's see here. 20 of. I wonder if I can push for a few more minutes. All right, so my idea is then to do something, here. What did I do with that butterfly? Maybe put that there, or maybe I'll just do a whole long strip of something. I don't know. I'm still thinking on this. I could stamp. All right, and I still have pages, right? I still have my pages. What did I do with my pages, ladies? See, this is the other thing. Like other streamers have said, and it's true. Like you stream and then you got a whole nother mess. Is it on my pages over here? No, I think they're the wrong pages. So then by the time I clean up from my stream, Peggy. If you want to know what we're laughing at, you're going to have to come back and rechat. Sorry. Sorry, girls. All right. I know I have pages somewhere. I saw one this morning and I started to tear one. Oh, yeah. Look, here. Here. All right. It's all in a. Yeah, I did. That's why I'm giggling. I saw that remark and then Peggy's response. And that's why I'm giggling. All right, so now these pages, I got to figure out how to, I'll be stitching them in. And these are not in any order. This puppy is going to be so fat. And I think I have other signatures here. Do I not? Yeah, because there's the salty paper that we said looked like it had a skin disease. I always have to have my phone here and then, oh, see, I didn't put these all together yet. All right, so I'm just going to let that go. So that's the idea. It's going to have a signature in between each section. I'm really kind of sorry I did this. I think I need a piece of Velcro or something there. This is going to get glued on here, but it can't just be plain like that. Look, I can't even get my book up to where you can really see what the heck I'm doing. And this will need to be addressed because this is not good. I think I'm fairly good with this. I'll do some stenciling or some stamping here. And this is let it go, let it go, let it go. Of course, I have no pockets now because I either glue them incorrectly or stitch them. I wanted the front one stitched because I didn't want to be stuffing things in there. And then this one I didn't open up because it was the bottom of the bag. So I did, it's not really a flip out. A flip out should go out. This is a flip in. This I'm not sure. Girls, I don't remember. I mean, if I glued that together, I did one heck of a job because I can't even tell. Well, I guess it's kind of moving towards that, Mitts. I wasn't planning on that. And I pulled out some paper I was gonna use in the back, but I might change my mind now because I don't think it's gonna work because it's leaning more towards nature. So I folded this up. This is another bottom and made a pocket. And then we did this earlier. This I pulled out of a binder where I have some colored sheets. I'll probably ink these edges. So I stamped and glued that down. That's just to look pretty page because that's, useless. But see, I'll have pages here, right? And then that's going to make another pocket because this one I used the tape. Hey, Julie Topaz, how are you? Thanks, Deb. And then, see, I was going to put some of this paper in the back here. These chicks. See, what I was thinking is I could put one of these chicks here. But see, it's really kind of going more nature. So I think I'm going to stick with that. So those chicks will go back in the tub. So I'll put some other stuff here. Of course, this all has to be covered. And I stitched that all shut. So I don't have no stinking pocket there. I'm running short of the pocket. But see, look how cute this will look. Won't that look cute in here somehow? So still plenty to do. And I'm not sure everybody wants to still watch me. And then I'm thinking I should be able to take my signatures and just pop a few holes and come out the back. And then this is what I'm thinking for real. I mentioned this on my last stream. Nobody bit, so I don't know if anybody was paying attention really, or what I said really didn't make sense. But I was thinking about making two little holes next to each other and just putting my thread through and then knotting it out here, and then I would have strings to put danglies on, and then come down a couple inches and do it again. So I have like the whole spine covered with threads, number one. See, because I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections of signatures, right? Might be too many dingly danglies. Oh, Barb, I have it kind of in my mind. Every breath you take, I'll be watching you. By Sting. However, my husband isn't a fan, so he calls him Stung. All right, I have a feeling I'm going to do a little bit more here. I got to figure out some kind of latching system. I might maybe I'll make some of those, boutons that you can, wrap thread around. I don't know, girls. It's a work in progress. What can I say? As most of our art projects are. But let me just show you real quick. When I ended my stream the other day, I have these. A gal that my husband worked with years ago, they had these and they were, yeah, I have magnets. That's a good idea, Mitts. I have magnets I haven't used in years. They're little, but I think they're fairly strong. That might work. These are supposed to be used for, little gifts. You fold in the ends. I call them pillow boxes. But what I did was I took one of these, I whacked off the ends, and I pulled it apart. See, because it's a hello, it's a hole. Got a hole in my pocket, dear mother, got a hole in my pocket, dear mother, a hole. And lo and behold, I found another little kit as I was cleaning up. And it had fabric and tickets and all kinds of little goodies. And so what I did was I took that brown. It's a really nice weight cardboard, really, but it's bendy. See, it's bendy. I'm loving soft-sided. I don't know. It's funny how I think your art journey goes in cycles, and then I guess you go back. I mean, I love building journals in the Reader's Digest or book covers, that you got. But I'm really liking the soft-sided stuff as well. So this fabric was included in the kit. So I covered it and I stitched around. I stitched on just some plain muslin. And then I just pulled a bunch of jazz to make some pages. These aren't in any order yet. So just going to have one signature that I'm going to probably stitch in and have, some danglies out the back. I'm starting to get into danglies. And then, of course, you see I used some of the fabric to make, I should have probably stitched these, but I didn't. So I've got my little tie. And this was part of the kit. And I love this. And anybody that was at the, not last night's market, but the market before, I think it was on the 23rd, and one of my items that came up, I called it collage fodder. Well, that went to a whole, and then look, this says the wonder of the age, 7-eared fodder. Got to have it on the front of the book. So this is going to go on here like this, and of course there will be some cheesecloth on there. So this is another work in progress. How many can you have? I've got too many. Don't tell Ron. All right, girls, I got to go. I've got to go to the loo. I've got to have some lunch. And then I've got to work in my room a little bit. And I hate to say I'm probably going to watch the Phillies lose again today. It's been a sad couple of days. And I think that's about it. Oh, then I'll probably have to play Pinochle later, too. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you hanging out. Don't forget it's Sunday. So later on, Mary will be on. It was nice spending time with you, Peggy. I'm glad you could be here. And Barb got to pop in. And Julie, it was so nice to see you. Devin, I'll be talking to you. And Mitzi. And then Ange was here. Right now I don't feel too bad. I feel like I'm not going to sleep my whole afternoon away. So that's a good thing. All right. I need to have something to take. See, I have to think about I always have to think about like the other girls do. I have to think about my thumbnails. And I've been doing it the easy way. Pam! You were quiet, Pam. Pam, did you get called Pammy when you were little? Do people still call you Pammy? My husband's family calls him Ronnie. You still call him Ronnie. Yeah. And my brother-in-law's Bob. But His family calls him Bobby. So I was wondering if anybody still calls you Pammy, or if anybody ever did call you Pammy. All right, girls, I got to go. Jacqueline, it was nice to see you. I don't remember everybody was here, but thanks for coming. Tanya should be on, I believe, if all is well with her. She should be on, I think, in a few minutes or in a half an hour or so, somewhere between 2 and 2:30. I don't know if Lisa will be with her. I think she does Sundays by herself. Yes, but mostly Pam now. It's cool. Pamela. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because years ago, right? God forbid somebody naming your nickname. I'll tell you about that another time, Pam. We can chat. Lori's not my name. It's a nickname, not any part of my name. This is why I have issues. All right. So what else am I forgetting? I don't think anything. I hope nothing. All right. Have a good afternoon. And I shall hopefully, after us girls, me and my girlfriend Jean, hopefully slaughter the boys in Pinochle later today. We'll be able to pop in at Mary's and catch up with everybody there. All right, girls, don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I shall see you soon. Bye bye.